All right, welcome to If It Fits Your Macros option. If you've made it this far to the If It Fits Your Macros option, you're obviously doing really good, or you're just wanting to eat a little bit more flexibly and not too worried about the results on your physique. So for those of you who are doing really good, you've made it through the shred phase, you've made it through the health and holding phase, and you're now in the set you free phase. This is where you learn to track your own macros, set up your own plan so you can do things on your own as you move forward and keep progressing with your goals. For those of you who are just wanting to eat a little bit more flexible, obviously you're not too worried about your physique and we're not worried about an aesthetic result. We're just wanting to eat a little bit more freely and just enjoy life a little bit more. Not having to worry about aesthetics, not having to worry about getting optimal physique results, just worrying about a little bit of flexibility to go out and eat with friends and have a lifestyle where you're not too worried about your aesthetic look. Rules are with macro tracking, we still want 5 days where we're eating the same thing every day. So set yourself up your own diet plan of the foods that you like and you enjoy so that you're not going to stuff it up. It's really hard to stuff up a diet if you've chosen the foods that you absolutely love and they're in your diet. You're not going to stuff things up. Now, I would say make sure that these are all whole foods. Don't go throwing in crap because, as always, crap processed foods is going to be huge on calories and you're going to fill the gap too quickly. And it's also not going to be good for your cognitive function, your physical function. Now, on that topic, there are still requirements with macro tracking. So you need to hit 5 serves of veggies every day. That's 500 grams of vegetables. And you want to get that from at least 4 different veggies, coming from different families, preferably. The root family, the cruciferous family, the leaf family, and the leek, onion, garlic family. So that's your veggies done. And you also want to get 2 to 3 servings of fruit. So that's 200 to 300 grams of fruit, one being inclusive of berries, unless you absolutely cannot have berries for whatever reason. You want berries in there for the antioxidants. So that's your 5 days that you're doing super strict. And even on the 2 days that you're not doing super strict, where you're going to be a little bit more flexible, you're still going to have the vegetables, you're still going to have the fruits. So on those 2 days where you're being a little bit more flexible, 1 or 2 days, it doesn't matter. Or even if it's just you want a free meal, you can stick to your plan that you've made for 7 days and just have a free meal or maybe 2 free meals. And by free, I still mean tracked. That's why we're tracking things on Chronometer. We're not going to use MyFitnessPal or Macros First because a lot of the readings on there now have been loaded by external sources and they're way out of whack. So I'm going to give you a rundown on Chronometer, how to track things. And that's going to be integrated with the app also. So make sure you go into the app integrations. I'll go over it anyway and show you what to do. We want to go into app integrations, integrate the app with Chronometer, and then do this for tracking. So I'll just go over things one more time to be clear, just so you've got it all. That's 5 days of eating to the same diet plan that you've made and is nice and flexible, what you love to eat. And then 2 days a little bit more free at the most. That's 5 serves of veg, 2 to 3 serves of fruit, and hit the macro targets that have been allocated to you. For If It Fits Your Macros, macro tracking option, first of all, we want to integrate our app, being Chronometer, not Macros First, because Macros First is garbage. Make sure your app is integrated to Chronometer in here. And then going into Chronometer, we're going to track our foods. Before we start tracking, we want to make sure our targets are correct. So go into the target section and then select macro and energy target. Make sure your macros match what the required macros are on the app. For example's purpose, I'm just going to set mine up as 360 proteins, 460 carbohydrates, and fats I'm going to put to 65. Now jumping into the food diary where we track all of our foods. We always want to track everything as a raw weight and be precise about our foods. For example, we want chicken breast, so we're going to put raw chicken breast, and then that'll come up with the option of chicken breast, boneless, skinless. I'm using 200 here, so that's put there. Now we add an next food into the meal. We're going to go raw weight again, so uncooked white rice. And we're going to track that at 100 grams, which generally would cook up to about 250 grams, but not always the same, depending on water. Next food, we're going to put in the veggies as well. Always track them as raw. All fresh foods, absolutely everything needs to be tracked as raw weight, because when it's cooked, it absorbs water or it might lose water weight, depending on if it's a carbohydrate or a protein. So we're just going for baby spinach here. So it's put in spinach raw. Some things will come up with the option of ounces or servings. We always want to go for the gram options because it's a lot more accurate. Now, not absolutely every food is going to be a fresh food. So when we have something that's packaged, we can always do the barcode option. So I'm going to do some oats here. Going in here, hit the barcode up in the top right corner. And then obviously you scan the barcode that's on the packaging. And then that comes up with your macros and all the details on there as well. And we just want to put in however many grams we're having of that. Again, I'm going to do another barcode option. Let's do some K-time bars. So I go into the barcode option again. But we really shouldn't have to do a lot of barcode tracking because we want to keep things as whole foods to get best results as possible, obviously physically, mentally, and all round.